All right, I'm back. I'm back. Let me get my audio together, man. Turn the OBS off, and since I logged out, it didn't have the audio hooked up like it's supposed to be. But I'm back now. I got it fixed and everything like that. So I'm gonna pick up right where I left off. You know what I'm saying? L3, who knows? I don't know if you came back in here again or if you this is the same thing from the last one. 'Cause I remember you came in there too. Is you in here right now? XL3, who know? Trying to find out if y'all can hear me right now. Y'all should be able to hear me. All right, what's good? What's good? That's what's up. So I'm back, man. My audio's fixed now. So like I was saying on my last video just now when I started, y'all didn't hear none of that though because it was messed up. I seen a video Tariq Nasheed did about Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? And much respect to Tariq Nasheed. Nothing but respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Utmost respect. I agree with a lot of, if not most things he says. You know what I'm saying? Not everything, but most of what he says, he's on point. But this right here, and I'm not coming at Tariq Nash, no disrespect to him, nothing like that. But he was saying that he feels that people who were saying like the stuff I was saying the other day about Shannon Sharpe coming at him are in support, kind of in support, or not really addressing the WS, if you know what I'm talking about, the blank supremacy of the situation. And like I said on the first time I talked about this, I don't take no um this ain't got nothing to do as far as the whole WS supremacy. That's basically what I'm saying. First of all, first and foremost, Shannon Sharpe was messing with a OnlyFans model. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing against that. I don't judge nobody for doing what they be doing. I don't. My motto is if you can get a dude, if a female can get a dude, then he deserves to be got. I ain't got no problem with it. I don't care if she's on OnlyFans. I don't care if she's selling her booty in the street, like straight up on a corner. I'm not the kind of person that judges that, and I don't got a problem with it. People got to get how they got to get by, but being as though she was an OnlyFans model, by default, she's hazardous. To be an OnlyFans model, you got to be super willing to go against societal norms. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that. Me, myself, I also go against societal norms. But a person like that, by default, is hazardous, including myself in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't rap. Just like a lot of people, I ain't all the way there. I ain't rap too tight and all that type of stuff. So I look at it like Shannon Sharpe being in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? By default, he's a leader, whether he wants to take that responsibility or not. By default, he's a leader in this space for black men. Just by what he done, what he accomplished, he deserves all the blame because I feel like supporting him through this is giving other people that make these same sorry decisions feel enabled to no, you got to take some responsibility for this. You being who you are, first of all, as rich and famous as you are at this point, people like this can't. You got to be held accountable for that, man. Because this is all right. Look at it like this: everything that's going on with Shannon Sharpe right now, whatever the allegations, accusations, was totally preventable. Totally preventable. Yeah, they probably already was coming at him. Like I was going to say before, two things can be true at the same time. Yeah, they could have been setting him up, which I do believe that it wasn't set up from the beginning. And I also believe that his dumb ass did some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way around that. This is his own fault. There ain't nobody else to blame for this except him. And they were trying to set him up. Two things could be true at the same time. I don't give especially Tony Busby. We already know. I don't. That's we don't even got to go into that. He's just a scumbag. You know what I'm saying. We ain't even got to get into Tony Busby. The girl, the whole thing with her age and stuff like that. Me personally, she's legal, so you can have your personal feelings about that. You know what I'm saying? Whether you agree with that or not, that don't matter. He didn't break any laws with that. Um, her being white, again, that's your personal feelings. He's not breaking the law by her being white. That's his own choice. He want to mess with white females. I feel like people mess with whoever they want to mess with. I ain't got no problem with none of that. My thing is, he should have been more cautious and responsible. If first of all, certain things you just don't go into on the phone regardless with nobody. Chick talking about because where the main thing he went wrong, he told the chick, "I'll come over there and choke you right now." That right there, under no circumstances should he have been stupid enough to let that come out of his mouth on the phone. Not even in person, really, but especially on the phone or through a text. He should be smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be brighter than that. You can't be that careless being who you are and telling a white girl you're gonna choke her when you see her on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So that's his own fault. You can't blame nobody but him for that. Tony Busby and them, they're doing what they normally do. He's the perfect target. He walked right into it. They're doing what they're gonna do regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't feel like we're being too hard on Shannon Sharpe. When the whole thing first came, when he first started blowing up, everybody was like, "Oh, Shannon Sharpe is gay. Shannon Sharpe, LGBT, all that." I was supporting him, and I'm like, "Look, don't worry about what people," because he was like bothered by it. My thing was like, you out here making all this money, let people think what they want, even if you are LGBT, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not a hater of Shannon. Like, I wanted Shannon Sharpe. I was happy to see Shannon Sharpe getting the interviews he was getting. Finally, we had somebody who was, you know what I'm saying, taking that spot and getting big interviews outside of like Vlad and shit. This is before Art of Dialogue came along. So I was totally in support of Shannon Sharpe. I definitely ain't hating on Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see Shannon Sharpe do nothing but win. Like Tariq Nasheed says, he never did nothing to nobody. I could probably agree with that. You know what I'm saying? He's not like he don't strike me as like a nefarious person with bad intent and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't understand how him and nobody around him, because he picked it, they said he had sex with this girl like 100 times or something like that. Who is his team that's around him that didn't have better just orchestration of the encounters with this chick? You know what I'm saying? Anytime he was seeing this chick, it should have been a controlled environment. I don't know how he doesn't know that. You know what I'm saying? People around him didn't explain that to him. Nobody must got his best interest at hand, because to allow him to walk into that, like I said, she's an OnlyFans model. By default, she's hazardous. This is not a judgment. I'm just saying she is a person that's totally comfortable with going against societal norms. So by default, that makes her a hazardous person. Just like I said, even me, I'm comfortable going against societal norms myself. So in certain aspects, I'm a hazardous person. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna deal with a person like that, you need to, or deal with a person even like me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't came on here and said all kind of stuff on YouTube and crazy conspiracy, all kind of stuff. So if somebody was to come to me like, look, I want to give you a couple dollars, support your platform. Somebody who got a lot of money. If you come to me, you have to already know. You know what I'm saying? Don't put all your ducks in the basket, like they say. Don't put all your eggs in the basket. You got to be cautious. You just never know. I'm the kind of person. I ain't saying like to go all into examples and stuff, but it's just like, yeah, I acknowledge I'm a hazardous person myself. I'm cool going against societal norms. So I would expect, that's what I'm trying to say. I would expect somebody who got a lot of money, if they decide to deal with me for whatever the reason is, then they should be cautious. I would be cautious too. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it worse the fact that she just happens to be a white female. Not that it makes it worse on a personal level, just the fact that we see what's going on with everything. You know what I'm saying? Quiet Storm, what's good? How you doing? So for those reasons, I can't take the blame off of Shannon Sharpe. If we want our people to go to the next level and rise up and break through, you got to be held accountable to a certain standard when you're on a certain level. Now, if he was just messing with this girl and the dirt came out, oh, Shannon Sharpe messing with this chick and she alligator, whatever, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But when you're captured on audio talking about you going to choke her, under no circumstances should any conversation with that female have been personal enough to get any type of reaction out of Shannon Sharpe like that at all. It should have never. There shouldn't have been nothing she could say to him that would have made him react on a personal level to the point where he's saying, "I'm going to choke you," even if it was role play. You know what I'm saying? Even if that was part of their little role play thing, he still should be cautious and conscious enough to be like, "I'm not going to do this over the phone. Not going to tell her this over the phone or on a text message or." So that's the whole thing. And the reason I don't feel like I'm not going to support it, and that if you want to look at it as a community thing, it's like whoever's in the position he's in, they need to understand that they got to be more cautious than this. I mean, you can easily get caught up. I mean, if they come at you, the WS stuff like that, they could easily set you up, send people at you. But you gotta this is the equivalent of this. If you sell drugs and somebody call you on the phone, like, yo, I need an 8 ball of some coke, yeah, some cocaine, fish scale. Give me some dope too, some heroin. I need some heroin too. Give me about 100 of heroin. Somebody call you talking like that, and you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like just certain stuff you just automatically should just know. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't. I don't know, man. So that I stand on the way on how I feel about Shannon Sharpe. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I was made this because I seen what Tariq Nasheed said about it. Personally, I got a lot of respect for. But this is one of the situations where I can't agree. You know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharpe. I don't feel like people being too hard on Shannon Sharpe. Maybe if you coming at him just for the fact that he was with a white girl, yeah, that's being too hard on him. If you like white girls, you like white girls. The fact that she's 20, that's the kind of being hard. If you like young chicks, you like young chicks. She's legal. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you personally feel about it, she's illegal. He's not breaking the law. But to take all the blame off of him, I can't do that. He made too many mistakes in this situation. Then he went out there and made that statement. Why did his lawyers allow him to, why did he think it was a good idea to go out and make a statement? And why did his lawyers allow him to go out and make a statement? That didn't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And he allowed himself to get videoed on camera. Which is another thing that don't make sense to me. If you're somebody with that kind of money and that kind of stature and that kind of position, there should never be a time when you're allowing yourself to get videoed by some chick from OnlyFans. It's just you're slipping too much. I can't agree with that. I can't support that. It's just too much for me to me personally to give him a pass for. Any encounter with her, you sending a car to get her probably. She's probably not showing up on her own. That would be dumb if you know what I'm saying. She's just coming. You get a spot for y'all to be, hotel, whatever, and she just shows up on her own with that would be slipping because who knows what she I wouldn't think he would be he probably was sending cars for her wherever he was at, meet up with her or send whatever. So that's easy. She come in the room, tell her, look, you gotta go in the bathroom. She should know the routine. You gotta go in the bathroom, strip everything in the bathroom, leave all your belongings in there, come back out. It should just be routine. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to tell somebody that, especially when you're somebody like Shannon Sharpe. It's for safety reasons. You know what I'm saying? I can't take chances, so this is how we got to do this, and that's just that. Then after that, you take tweezers, like I said, and you go through the bitch's hair to make sure she ain't got no camera in her hair or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Papers was good. So there's no way to me that he should have been allowed himself to get recorded on a video. I don't give a goddamn what the situation was. I don't care how long you knew this chick. I don't care about role playing, none of that. You got too much to lose. You in a position to where you're not a regular person. When you're in that kind of position, you got to make sacrifices for certain stuff. You got to sacrifice a little bit of that type of stuff. If that's what you're into and that's what you like, you got to be like, damn, position I'm in. What if she just happens to record me or set me up? I'm talking about choking her or certain things. You got to be conscious and responsible enough to be like, you know what? I gotta leave this behind. I can't bring this with me over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a regular person no more. I'm Shannon Sharpe, big time, big money. I can't take everything with me to this new space. That's what this is all about. That's where I'm saying like he needs to be held accountable. So the next person who's acting like this, who's in that kind of position, and fuck if they want to be a community leader, it ain't got to be like because we looking at people like the community and leader. It ain't even got to be all that. Just for their own personal well being. You know what I'm saying? They could be community conscious or not, just for their own personal well being, they should understand that, like they say, when you go to new levels, you got new devils, and when you level up, some things you cannot, people, places, and things cannot go with you when you level up in certain aspects, and that's just clear. That's simply what this is for me. You know what I'm saying? You got to leave certain stuff behind. Or he had to be way more careful and cautious about how he went about dealing with this chick. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about this. Um, I don't feel like we're being too hard on Shannon Sharpe. People that are saying the stuff I'm saying, how I feel about it, I feel like he deserves it. I'm not casting the stone from a glass house, as they say. I got my own flaws. I'm not saying I'm perfect. None of that. It ain't got nothing to do with judging nobody or nothing. It's just like, dude, we was because people was like, "Oh, y'all hating on." There's nothing to do with hating on Shannon Sharpe. I was rooting for Shannon Sharpe. I seen damn near everybody who I have interest in that he interviewed. I watched every video, every interview of people that I'm interested in from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing but rooting for Shannon Sharpe, nothing but love for Shannon Sharpe when he was doing um all that type of stuff. I guess what you could say is yeah, I'm more disappointed is what this is. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is really about for me. It might sound like anger, and partly it is anger. You know what I'm saying? It is like you got to scold him, but what it mostly is that I'm disappointed. That's why I'm coming at Shannon Sharpe the way I'm coming at him. It's like, damn, dude, you are here. You know what I'm saying? Tyra knows how you doing. Salute to you. It's like you know how long we've been waiting for somebody to come and dethrone Vlad. We've been waiting for fucking years for somebody to come along and dethrone Vlad fucking TV. We've been waiting for that. You finally come along. I don't know about the subscribers and all that stuff and all that type of thing. I'm sure Vlad probably still got more subscribers and definitely more overall views. Vlad been out there way longer and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, in the space, somebody that we was rooting for, that we like, yeah, finally somebody came along and fucking took Vlad out. 'Cause Vlad was on that bullshit he was on. He apologized the other day. That's a whole different story. But I'm speaking about the time when Shannon Sharpe first started emerging. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from with it. I'm disappointed more than anything. I'm like, damn, dude, you went down for this shit. Some simple shit that could have been avoided. You know what I'm saying? Vlad's back on top now. We got art of dialogue out here. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as the interviews, other people got big platforms and you know what I mean, $1 million worth of game, drink chance, stuff like that. But I'm talking about on a one-on-one, like this the Vlad style, like Shannon Sharpe one-on-one, Vlad's one-on-one interview, art of dialogue one-on-one. Those that style, those type of interviews. You know what I'm saying? Word up, Kyra knows. I'm disappointed. That's why I'm coming at Shannon Sharpe. It's definitely not from no hateful spot. I was fucking rooting for Shannon Sharpe when he first started emerging. They was coming at him with that gay stuff. I'm like, man, look, don't even worry about that. I made a video like let people say what they gonna say. Like, even if you are so motherfucking what, you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. Do what you want to do. You got making good. You doing everything you doing. Do you? That's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? But this is different, man. Like he just let himself get caught out there way too goddamn easy. Like this, it don't make no sense, man. I don't want to see him down and stay down. I'm not hoping that he can't bounce back. It ain't nothing like that. I hope he bounces back. Hope he get his shit together. But if you got opportunity to bounce back, you got to do better than this, man. But the thing is, he'll never get back to where he was now. It's like that's going to be impossible. That's going to be impossible. We had that $100 million deal coming, and this is why the whole thing with the $100 million deal is why I definitely do believe that it wasn't set up from the beginning. They been could have bought this out at any time. I'm sure there's way more than we heard that they could have used to bring up to at least stop his deal. But the reason why I feel like I know it was a setup from the beginning is because they would have waited till after the $100 million deal went through before they bought. If it was only just about money and that's it, they would have waited till after he got the fucking $100 million. They wouldn't have came out now with it because why would you take a chance of messing up his bag and you trying to get all this money from him? You know what I'm saying? So that part don't make no sense. That's why this part to me is like that part ain't making no sense to me. Yeah, Monique tried to warn him. Cat Williams was up there trying to warn him. He said, "Look," he said he's scared of white women. You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams told him that. He said he ain't got nothing against white women. He said he feel like white women are as great as any other women, but he's scared of them. You know what I'm saying? For reasons like this, exactly shit like this. Monique tried to tell him. Cheryl Underwood was kind of telling him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to kind of say stuff to him. And then when Donnell Rollins was up there, he was making fun of Donnell Rollins because his baby's mom is like 23 years, I think, younger than him and all this type of stuff. And all that type of stuff, she messed up, man. He messed up. And like I said, you big dummy, goddamn it. Can I get a fucking witness? You big fucking dummy, like this dumb, stupid shit. And like I said, I think this is bigger than money because if this was only about money, they would have waited till he got that $100 million deal. Then they would have came and took that from me. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't about just money. This is about preventing him from getting to the real money. And at the same time, they're going to still get a good enough amount of money. Um, Tony Busby and yeah, Tony Busby and the chick. You know what I'm saying? They're going to still get a couple dollars from him. When he offered 10 million and she didn't take that, that tells you that it's not about the money. Because ain't no, it ain't. It's not. I mean, unless she has some like Diddy Cassie type video on him that didn't come out yet. Because ain't nobody in their right mind, even the lawyer Busby, he wouldn't have been sitting there like turned down 10 million over him saying he's going to choke you or allegedly RAP, whatever they're trying to say. That's not even that strong as far as against $10 million. No, no. He would have been like, take this 10 million. Yes, take this 10 million. Let's get off with that. We good. Because that's not that much goddamn harsh, hardcore evidence to really even demand 10 million from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Especially the fact that she's seeing some of this stuff happen and she was seeing him after that. So her story was already bogus anyway. Her shit is just bogus any goddamn way. But no lawyer in their right mind would have been like turned down $10 million. So that don't even make sense. She's probably part of the damn CIA, the girl, the OnlyFans model, the part of the WS, you know what I'm saying, inside group, whether it's whatever you want to call it, CIA, FBI, whoever it is, operative, you know what I'm saying? And that was just her job from the beginning, from day one. You get to Shannon Sharpe, and we're gonna start every opportunity you get collect stuff every chance you get, collect evidence every minute you get. You know what I'm saying? And now that the deal was mentioned, that's probably why now they're like, all right, now we got to pull the plug, we got to pull the trigger. Now it's time to go. We got to stop him from getting his money. That's where I'm at with this. This is bigger than them trying to take his little money. This is them trying to stop him from going further, is what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna say about that, man. Yeah, I'm not a hater of Shannon Sharpe. I'm fucking disappointed in Shannon Sharpe. That's where my harsh, you know what I'm saying, my harsh words come from when I talk about when I said what I said about him. You know what I mean? But that's about it, man. At the end of the day, I hope he pulls through this. He's gonna have to do something or give something. He's not coming out unscathed from this. You know what I'm saying? So hope he can get whatever he got to give, get through this, and bounce back as much as he could. He ain't gonna get back to where he was just now before this, but I don't want to see him ruined and go all the way down and his life totally upside down. Like I don't, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? But you got to sometimes you got to get smacked upside the head to learn how to move better. You know what I mean? So that's about it with that. Shout out to everybody that came through. Kyra Knows, Capers, Quiet Storm, X3, who know. Shout out to all y'all and everybody. Be safe out there. So what about Kanye? Any thoughts? I was talking about Kanye the other day. Yeah, Kanye's in the he's in a dark place right now. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who gonna come out here and tell the world that he asked his cousin's D or vice versa, whatever the way it was, he's in a dark spot because that means everything he got, he's not even happy with the money he has and the success and resources he has. You know what I'm saying? So he's in a real dark spot to come out here and say something like that because you only say that for attention. You know what I'm saying? What other reason would there be to come out and tell the world that? Like, so if you need attention that bad because your life is that unhappy, you are in a fucking dark spot, dude. Like a dark spot. So if that's even goddamn Kanye, shit, no telling. We've been through that years ago. You know what I'm saying? Joker could be a clone, a goddamn body double. Shit, who knows? We don't know. But that whole thing is a sad story with Kanye. It's like he gets off on pushing the envelope further and further every time. He's not content with getting a certain type of attention, and everybody go, "Oh, look, oh, they said that the Jews and everything like that." Is like he got to take it another step further. And he come talking about Jay-Z's kids. You know what I'm saying? This is too much. Yeah, the world is just a stage. This shit is all a stage. All one big stage. But let me get up out of here. Hit the like button if you didn't hit the like button yet. If you watch this on the playback, hit the like button. Shannon Sharpe. Hope he pulls through. I don't want him to be just to be the end of him, but you got to do better, dude. You got to fucking do better. You know what I mean? But that's about it. Shout out to everybody that came through and sign up off of here.